I think we really try not to say no. And that's one of Neil's sort of philosophies always has been in terms of building our inventory, was not saying no. It was just like, oh, you want it? Sure, we can get it. It might cost more. It might take longer. I need confirmation, this at this time. But that's really how we built Special Event Rentals, built their inventories.
Okay, welcome back to the Special Events Podcast.
Yeah.
This time we're doing a takeover where we are now interviewing Special Event Rentals on their own podcast.
Yes, and it's so exciting. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. This is fun. Last time I was in the hot seat just a couple months ago, and now I'm in the hot seat again, but in a kind of a different way.
Yeah. You get to guide.
And it is warm in here. Just so as everyone know if I start to sweat.
Okay.
So you just see the triplets.
Okay.
It's hot seat more ways than one.
I did tell you to turn on the air over here. I was like, I warned you. Anyways, it's a little hot.
For those listening in, I'm Kaitlyn McElhone with CM Events, and I'm here with Lars and Kaitlyn with Special Event Rentals, which is fantastic. And we're just gonna chat all things Special Event Rentals, dive in a little bit to the 40th anniversary.
Yes, that's so exciting,
Kaitlyn. And just get into a few kind of fun industry facts. So I thought we would just start with what you guys do at SER, and how you kind of got started with this company and in the rental industry.
That's a loaded question.
I'm looking at you. So
you're going to look at me? Oh, I feel like Lars is the veteran. Lars, you have to start. Tell us your background. Tell us everything.
Okay, so my name is Lars Eriksson. I've been with Special Event Rentals for 16 years. I'm the longest serving employee here in Edmonton. We have some longer staff in Calgary, but my title is Vice President of Special Event Rentals, and I got started here by being a client, a customer. I used to own a catering company in Cold Lake, Alberta, rented from Special Event Rentals, was very familiar with Neil. Joe worked here at the time, Maria, Anna, a few other people, veterans in the rental industry here in Edmonton. So I was their client. Joe had offered me a job. I said no. About a year later, Neil called me out of the blue. I was in the McDonald's drive-thru, and he asked me if I wanted a job, and I said no again. And a couple months later, I was like, you know what? I'm ready for a change. And so I called him back, asked if the job was still available, which it was. And so I started in January of 2009.
Whoa. So
it's been a while. I'm grateful to Neil for being a man of his word, because the world crashed, the economy crashed in October of 2008. Mm-hmm. So we weren't sure what was going to be happening. The Alberta had been booming in 2006. 2007 was a great year for Special Event Rentals. 2008 was an amazing year too, was building. And then all of a sudden it was sort of like people were canceling Christmas parties. There were no Christmas parties in 2008. Corporate Christmas parties, I should say. Yeah. So it was sort of like a scary little moment.
I remember that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just not sure, but Neil had promised me a job. And so he said, well, come on in and get started. So I did. And so I've been here ever since.
Amazing.
Did you start with cold calls?
No, I did some cold calls. Yeah. Some cold calling. I think at the time I really worked, there'd been a big transition at Special Event Rentals, just in terms of staffing, management. And so a lot of it I worked on just customer service and building relationships again. And that sort of stuff. And I think like Kaitlyn, I remember you've been doing events for probably almost that long or that long.
Almost 20 years now.
Yeah. So you would have been around at that time.
I sure was. Yeah, absolutely. And then officially, we really got to know each other on the ILEA board, I believe. When I started, officially I had started my own company and was here all the time.
Right, that's right, yeah. And that would have been around, I would say 2011.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay, fantastic.
So you're both veterans.
I don't know how you're going to top that. That's quite the story.
Yes, he always tops me. I'm Kaitlyn. I am the sales and marketing director of Special Event Rentals. And I started here in 2013.
Amazing.
not as long as Lars, but I'm getting there. And I moved here from Ontario. I moved here for love, but back in Ontario, I was working for another rental company. So before I moved to Edmonton, I did reach out to Special Event Rentals and River City.
Yeah.
And they both kind of hired me. And then I got to choose between, I know.
I didn't know that.
Yes. And so Emma from Special Event Rentals back in the day, she interviewed me from the Special Event Rentals side. And then I don't know if you know Roxana that used to work over at River City. She actually interviewed me over there as well. And I connected with Emma right off the bat. So I kind of picked Special Event Rentals. So yeah, I have been here ever since. I started as an order desk agent, taking orders, and I've just built a career here.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that there's these opportunities locally here within our industry to, exactly, like work up to vice president. I didn't know that was your job title now. That's amazing.
Congrats, Lars. But yeah, also just Neil himself also makes it easy for people to move up and create roles and new positions. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. So I know you two have now known each other, I guess, since 2013. Fantastic. And is this a fun fact that we can share? Your husband also works here or did work here?
He did.
He did work here.
I did meet Brent somewhat here. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So
I wish he came back and worked for us, but he's moved on.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I found love at Special Event Rentals.
I love that.
Isn't that
That's
cute?
a tagline. That is a sticker you guys should have for people.
Do you want true love? Come on in.
It sounds good until it isn't.
Exactly. Actually, I really liked it. He brought me lunch. He was just great. Anyways.
Absolutely.
I don't get those services anymore.
Fun.
Yep.
So good. Well, let's dive into 40 years.
40 years.
So good. So Special Event Rental celebrating 40 years. Is it in 2025? Is that the 40th
Yes,
anniversary?
So we started, I believe we were incorporated like July 30, very end of July, beginning of August in 1995.
Okay, so legitimately this month.
That's right.
This is good timing for the podcast.
This is the anniversary month.
So it would be great to share a little bit maybe on how SER got started, if we know that information from that far back, and maybe what has led to some of its successes with now 4 locations. We've got Edmonton, Red Deer, Calgary, Banff. Is that
Regina?
Regina.
Yeah, Banff is no longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yes, 4 locations.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. So maybe Lars, tell us a little history. Give us a little history fact. Fun.
Yeah. So Neil worked in the trade show industry, setting up trade shows across Alberta, northern Alberta mostly, and there's a couple different aspects to the start of the story, to the story, and there's like a fun one, and then there's the real one.
Okay.
But they're both
I like
true.
The fun one.
But anyway, while Neil was working trade shows, he would often set aside a little booth, a little spot in the trade show, because he had to be there all weekend in Grand Prairie, Fort McMurray, Athabasca, Cold Lake. Anyway, and so he would sell cotton candy and popcorn from those booths, and he was able to get a little capital, and then eventually what happened is he bought, I believe it was about 100 tables and 500 chairs, or maybe it was 1,000 chairs, and started to rent those to trade show companies because they were often renting from other rental companies. And he thought, well, why don't I buy this? And then, they can rent from us. And then it has just grown from there. And
interesting.
So it's... so Neil sort of did that, and then we sort of the focus was less on trade shows, and obviously more on events, and that's sort of where Special Event Rentals is now. Yeah. And it's constantly evolving, just in terms of product, the services offered, as events, and I know we've talked about this on the podcast before, but get more and more complex. Yeah. We're not necessarily delivering just tables and folding chairs anymore.
No.
As you know.
I miss those days.
As 4 trucks are pulling up to the loading dock at the ECC for your event.
Yes, that's fair. That
Lars,
is an
I have a question for you. Where was Special Event Rentals before this building?
It was north of the Yellowhead was the first location.
And how do you know any, how big was it? we talking like a little storefront that could just hold 100 tables and like 1,000 chairs?
I don't know how big that location was. And I believe they moved to another location. We moved to another location and then we moved here, but we didn't have the entire building. And then we grew, and then we had the entire building, did a major renovation in 2001. We moved here in 96. I believe it was 96. And then anyway, renovated the building, grand opening in 2001. And that's sort of the building or the footprint of the building that we have now. For this main warehouse, we have special event tents, another warehouse where most of our chairs, tables, staging, and tents is located just down the street on 99th Street.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this building is pretty sentimental to us. I mean, it's been, just here on 99th Street, right across from Hughes, as we tell all our customers, so I think we'll be here for a while, but yeah, so I don't know how big it was.
Right. There's just a conversation that pops into my mind. Chris Baker from
Global
Encore now. I remember him I was like, I just want to move. I want a new building.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? And I was like, well, look at it. And he's like, it's iconic. It's iconic in the city. It is. Yeah. And ever since he said that, I've changed my whole tune about this building and the colors and the peaks. So I feel like it is iconic. We have been here a long time. We have been here a long time.
Amazing. Yeah. So good. It is, well, for me, it's like the staple on the street.
Right.
Yeah.
You drive by, what's going on in there?
I love that. So are there any celebrations happening this year?
I really hope to have a 40th anniversary party.
Yes.
Neil, if you're listening, we got to do it.
Yes.
But it would be fun. It would be fun to celebrate 40 years in some capacity. And just have everyone down, have all of, the people that have supported SER, just celebrate us and how all these events that SER has put on for the city and for all of our clientele. So we hope to have one.
Amazing.
But time is... There's not enough time.
Yeah, and
there's not enough time.
I know. The anniversary being in July, or in the middle of the summer. So
this is the middle of your crazy time.
Yes, and I've been working with Ryerson on a couple things, but I haven't done anything because there's no time right now.
Yes,
but we're hoping to do a couple little surprises for our 40th year.
Okay. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
40th anniversary surprise parties.
Yes, that would be fun. Pop-up shops.
We
could go everywhere, Lars.
Yes, sounds great. I do actually want to go back, Kaitlyn. You had asked about the growth of special event rentals earlier.
You.
Sorry.
Do it.
And I just wanted to sort of mention or acknowledge the great partners that we have in Calgary, Darren Kershaw and his team. Carson in Regina.
Yes.
And then we have a great team in Red Deer, Marcy and Ryan that run that location for us. So I think having good people in partners in those places have allowed us to build and to grow. As those locations are small, and we've seen this with Red Deer, and we still do, although they are getting their inventories growing and their staff is getting more experience, but they rely on us for product at first, and then because you can't buy everything, and events. I'm sure we're going to talk about how events, the trends and how things have changed. So. But anyway, so they rely on us, but then as things grow, we also rely on them for product at different times of the year.
Yeah.
Like Calgary, obviously the Calgary Stampede just finished. They're slammed. They pick up some product from us, barbecues, griddles, etc., that they're able to use during that time.
Yeah.
And then other times where we need things, we're able to partner with them and bring some of those items or other items back, for events. Here in Edmonton. So
that's been fantastic over the years, because every once in a while I'm like, hey, I need 75 of this nice linen, and it's like there's some in Red Deer, some in Calgary, and then we can bring them all in to make numbers work, which has been amazing. Yeah.
And it's really great to have the other locations because you get to see how they operate a little differently.
Yes.
Each location operates, I want to say, a little. Red Deer is probably the most similar to us, but they all operate a bit differently. But the main goal is just the brand of Special Event Rentals, the Oval, how we can, all 4 locations. I feel like all of us together is a bit of a powerhouse when you're in the rental industry. So I think it's really great to have partners and other locations that are on board.
Oh, Absolutely. And I'm so happy you talked about the people, because for me, that's really what keeps like me as a customer coming back is like the people are so good here, right? Like you guys always make an effort to take care of people, to like even bring items in if we need to. And I got to meet and work with Carson in Regina last summer on one of the weddings for Jennifer Bergman. And that was great to meet his team. And man, did they work hard that week. That was
really
incredible.
Hard. Shout out to Carson.
Really nice too. And you're right. It is like there's something about the people, and that's really, really lovely. And a big part of like, I think what makes special event rentals so special.
It's the special people. It's the special people. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. Well, that kind of like leads us into a little bit on how the rental industry has changed. Like you've been here 16 years. You would have seen its own changes. I'm sure Neil has experienced immense changes over 40 years. So yeah, maybe let's touch on some of the industry changes specifically within the rental industry over the years that you guys have noticed. I know COVID is always this looming like, well, before COVID it was this, and after COVID it was like this. Was that a pivotal moment for rental industry as well? Or is there anything else in history that has changed drastically for rentals?
Well, I think it goes back, let's see, 25 years probably. Before rentals, we would deliver on Friday, you'd pick up on Monday, even from a venue. So, and we didn't set up and take down. Like you would deliver the tables and chairs, you would drop them off in someone's garage. They would set it up and take it down. There might have been basic linen, most likely plastic table rolls, the decor,
quick covers,
like the decor for weddings when I was a kid. And this is not just small town. This was everywhere. We're like hanging tissue paper, bells. Like I remember people taking 2 colors of tissue paper and rolling it together so that it created this effect. Anyway, and so, but then specialty linen started about 25 years ago, maybe a little longer, but sort of took off. Like when I started here 16 years ago, our linen department it was large for a rental company in Alberta or in Canada maybe even, but now it's probably 5 or 6 times the size. It's grown like the linen. So linens have really become part of it.
Chairs too.
Chairs.
Like when I started in the industry, there was no Chiavari chairs. That was not a
chair
thing.
wraps.
Yeah.
Chair wraps.
Chair
covers. Scubas.
But that was the start of the linen, thing. And then service, like, and then as venues, are busier, we're delivering at 9 o'clock in the morning, setting up for an event.
Yeah.
Taking down that night at midnight or 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Because the room needs to be clear for another event the next day.
Yes.
So and just the level of service that people want and require maybe has changed, which is good. But it's like Carolyn Dean here, she's always says, we don't sell rentals, we sell a service.
Yeah.
It's not just the tables and the chairs and the linens.
Yeah.
It's the setting up, it's the taking down, it's the planning, it's the design aspect, which I know you folks, the planners and our customers also do, but that has trickled down to just the regular, I don't want to say a regular client, a great clients, but like to just, a one-time client, but they want something different. They want something unique.
Yeah.
I guess the internet has changed that. Pinterest
was
a
it.
thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that really changed.
I've really seen that too. Like when I started in this industry in 2006 and we were producing big galas in Hall D at the convention center, you did everything in one day. Mm-hmm. And the role from the rental company was so simple because it was literally still a couple of projectors, 2 screens, and like maybe a nicer black linen in the room.
A napkin.
But we weren't. And a napkin.
A nice napkin.
At those times, like I remember doing say like 700 chair wraps or like you said, like the spandex covers. Mm-hmm. That was like the hardest part of the event. But now we need 2 days to load in and it's immense. Like the amount of work that goes in, like your team helped me for 2 days straight last year for one of the galas. That was unheard of in 2006.
Right.
Like we just didn't do that. Yeah. And now our city has grown so much. The venues are like flipping. so quickly as well. Like the demand is up and they need their space back.
The demand is crazy, I think, from our customers, even from our planners.
Yes.
I also think customers without planners or a middleman, they expect, or people's expectations have also changed.
Totally.
Not just their needs, not just like the demand. Without a planner, they expect us to know when they have to load out. What, if there's extra delivery charges for going to the pan dentist, that is all on us.
Yeah.
So I find that also has changed, as just because we are the experts in the industry, we have to live up to it. So we also have to catch all these things and ask the right questions and guide our customers. It's not just on the side of they're just renting tables and chairs and we're delivering it. It's now, well, do you need it set up? We have to be very clear on who's setting that up, who is taking it down, how we want it back. So there's just a lot of also with all the demand, a lot of logistics that have just
absolutely
made our team stronger, made us stronger, and really keeps us on our toes.
Yes.
That's probably the thing, is the logistics.
Yeah, that is really crazy, the logistics, especially when you're dealing with a customer, their needs, then you involve a venue. And these are more larger events. But it can be as simple as a barbecue drop off too, going to a venue. That could also cause a lot of headache because they have a system, we have a system anyways. So I feel like the logistics and the demand of product. I feel like galas are getting bigger, budgets are getting bigger.
They
and what I have found, if you're a one-stop shop, you get that's more intriguing to people. They don't want to have to go to 7 different places. They just want to come and be confident and us to show up and execute flawlessly.
Yeah. Well, and I think going back to the issue of never having enough time, I know as a planner, I am now relying heavily on teams like yours to be my right arm on site to set up, because our teams just can't handle the volume that needs to be done in such a short window.
And which is challenging for us, because I feel like then where are we getting all the labor?
Well, sure.
If you can't get the labor, how are we? I mean, we can do it. But yes, a lot of now planners and not just our customers are leaning on us to direct installs, to set up everything, because your time is better utilized somewhere else, or you don't have, the ability. So that has also become a challenge. I think this year, especially, we've been finding a lot more, would you say, Lars, a lot more labor and logistics on our end.
Yes.
And venues are more complicated.
They are. Venues it's not helpful when they build venues without loading bays in the right area, or, any of the things any storage. Yes, let's talk about that, venues. Please call us next time you're building a loading bay.
The storage.
That's what I get it. Square feet cost space or cost money.
Yeah.
But it's when they're no, you have to pick up 3 tubs of napkins because there was nowhere in our venue to store it. It's
right.
Put it in your front entrance way. We'll be there at 7 a.m. But it's just but it's true. It's and I mean, a lot of venues, not speaking about hotels or whatever, but other venues weren't necessarily designed for events, but now they become event spaces, or people want a unique venue. So you're using maybe a public space as a venue, which then creates its own set of challenges.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, so interesting.
Yes,
let's pivot slightly. I don't know if I love that word, but
I like the word pivot.
What is there a specific product or service that SER is best known for? Would you say you have a signature item or a signature service that maybe it is how well you deal with logistics? Your team is very good at that.
I want to say that, but I think we just do rentals well. That is where I feel like that's where we make the most, is when we do rentals well. Yeah. And so I think we shine at a lot. I think our team can take on a lot. Sometimes it's too much. But I think that we just, we keep up. We have quantities. I think quantities is one of our biggest successes, or it gets us farther, I would say, having the quantities and the team behind it. I think that's where we shine, is just we can do we can kind of pull off. I think that's one of the places we shine, is we don't say no. Or we
very rarely or try very hard not to say no.
Yeah.
But to work with customers. And that's, you talked about COVID, how it's changed things. Obviously, last minute, things seem to be very last minute. And that may be because I'm getting old and cranky, and maybe I just, that's
his words, not ours.
My perception. But it feels that things are a little bit more last minute now. And, you'll have a customer calling and saying, hey, we have an event happening on Friday. Can you set up a tent and tables and chairs? And you want to say no because you know that it's going to be hard on the team. And last minute things with last minute orders, there are the challenges are larger and they're amplified maybe. And then mistakes are made because you're trying to squish an extra delivery in between two other deliveries that have already been set. But you don't want to say no, and you don't want to disappoint someone, whether that's a regular client or maybe it's someone for a memorial service or it's, so it's like we do try to work with people. Can you pick up? Can we deliver earlier? Can we da-da-da? But I think we really try not to say no. And that's one of the Neil's sort of philosophies always has been in terms of building our inventory was not saying no. Was just like, oh, you want it? Sure, we can get it. It might cost more. It might take longer. I need confirmation, this at this time. But that's really how we built Special Event Rentals, built their inventories.
I know. I really appreciate that, especially when I need a linen and it's like, oh, it's fine. We'll just bring it in. Yeah. Oh, great. That's fantastic.
I feel like that's also like for me, the ability to like work somewhere that can do that, provide that to our customers. And it just makes it a little more fun.
And Kaitlyn takes it to the nth degree.
Exactly. I'll take advantage.
Maybe that's why I call Kaitlyn when I need a gala meeting.
Yes.
But it is fun. I feel like without that, we wouldn't be where we are, or SCR wouldn't be where they are. So I feel like that's a really fun part of it about SCR.
Yes.
Is that we have this ability to pull off not only logistics, but product and quantities. So I feel like I want to say that's what makes us special.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
I know I had a experience a few years ago. I can't even remember what event it was, but we needed some sort of, that's it. We were doing like a more kind of like Gatsby kind of theme or something. Anyways, there was this incredible, I don't know the name of it now. It was like incredible floral linen. You might have been helping me, Lars. Actually.
The Dorsey?
Maybe.
It's the black and gold.
Dorsey.
Yeah. Dorsey.
And,
right?
And it was like
black edging, gold edging, dark floral. Yeah.
But it had been in like archives. That's like it had been deep in that. And it might have been you, Lars. I was here and you're like, wait a minute, we have this in the back. And it was like a linen that hadn't been used in decades. It was like, you told me it was like ordered.
I would say it was probably Carolyn that told you, but maybe it was.
But it was like ordered.
156s you ordered or something?
Maybe. It was like ordered in the 80s. Yeah. And it was perfect for the event, except of course we needed more. And it was so old, we obviously couldn't get quantities in. So we had to get creative. But I had then used that linen like multiple times after that. And it was just like, something that you guys had kept from, 40 years ago. And
we have lots of those.
Yeah.
We have lots of those treasures.
I always say things.
I love it.
Things recycle, like especially linen, they go through phases or trends. But I mean, there are some things up there that now I'm like, I don't know if any of these have seen the, light of day in 15 years, but you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Because you have large quantities in them, so you're just like, maybe.
Maybe. Like the Godiva.
Or the damask. Like in like 7 different colors.
I'm just about to order the damask linen. Isn't that funny?
It's coming back. See these things recycle.
Are you done with the black and white one or the tone-on-tone ones?
The tone-on-tone ones.
Okay, see? Yeah. That's exactly. Because it had a resurgence in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
From probably the late 90s.
Yeah.
And so maybe, here we are 15 years later, or maybe it's going out again.
That's so funny.
Never know.
Start a trend.
See, now I've been around so long that linens have resurged again. That's that's telling. Let's talk tents. I feel like this is something, a service,
topic,
a product. Like as we talk about what SCR specializes in, you guys are known for tents.
Yes.
And with Taste of Edmonton starting this Friday, I have no doubt that you have a few tents over there.
Just a few.
Maybe
right.
just a few. Maybe 200.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about tents and how this part of your rental company has grown so much.
Well, I feel we have grown in that department.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
And there's so many different types of tents.
There's so many different types. I also think there's different markets. Like there's the festival market where we go hard with all of our frame tents, which is happening right now, Taste of Edmonton.
Yeah.
And then we fly into other festivals that Edmonton is known for. But also weddings. Wedding has expanded our tent department.
Yes.
And there's a lot of different tents now. And they're, you know, I think it's really cool that, again, going back to what I was saying before, people want that one-stop shop. So you can rent the tent from us. You can rent everything underneath it, and you can have all the services on top of it, like setup, takedown, all of that.
It's incredible.
So I think that's really helped our special event tents.
Yeah.
Recently, Neil's son, Colton, has kind of taken over that portion of the business, and he's doing great at it, and he cares for it, and it's kind of his baby. So he's very involved, and he's learning and growing with the team. So it's really great. So
because you said you have so many tents, there's a secondary building that holds the tents. Is that?
Yeah.
Well, there's so many of them, and you have to like factor, I guess, when you're in the rental business, Lars can really talk to this, but how you're going to clean it, how you're going to store it, how it's packaged, how are people going to pull it off the shelves.
Yes.
So that is all organized over in that department. So everything is cleaned in-house. By our special event tents team. So they even have their own logo. Do you know that, Kaitlyn? They have their own logo now, special event tents.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. It's been a hot minute since I've ordered tent.
Peaks.
It's very similar to the special event rentals.
You wouldn't notice the difference. But yeah, so I feel like they're doing really well. COVID,
you talk about COVID and everyone's bored of COVID, but tented
I wanted to go back there too, actually.
Tent weddings really took off in COVID.
Yes.
Obviously because of the circumstances, but so lots of fun, different things being done then at that time. And I think some of that has carried on.
Yeah. It's a great secondary venue option, which I think is really creative, especially now that we can build tents so big. I mean, when I started in this industry, like 20 by 40 was like the biggest tent that you could possibly have. And now, I mean, you could do a clear span tent for 400 people. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah.
Joy by Joelle just had a wedding where she had a hex tent and two 2030s all joined together.
Gorgeous.
But there's so many different ways you can decorate a tent, from a pole tent to a clear span or to putting tents together. I feel like they're all quite special.
That's a trend with tents.
They're all quite special.
We used to have everyone wanted one big tent for everything underneath that tent.
Yeah.
And now people want like a tent for eating, a tent for dancing, a tent for the bar, a tent for the dance floor.
Lighting, connecting all of the tents together.
Of course.
So that was sort of and I don't know if that came out of COVID or whatnot, or just the Edmonton weather is also changing a bit, which I think has allowed some of that. I'm a gardener. Like, I can remember when I was a child, or my mother, you did not plant out your bedding plants until like the beginning of June, because like you were guaranteed frost like at the end of May and even into June. Where now, this year we had outside of Edmonton had a bit of a frost in June, but really it's like end of April, beginning of May. Yeah. So it's like warmer in the spring. It's warmer into September, October. You can also have a tented event.
Yes.
I mean, you might need a heater at the in the shoulder seasons, but it's.
Yeah.
The season has expanded in terms of allowing for tents because of the weather.
Oh, I think it's great. And just such a creative way to utilize great acreage properties or the park spaces that we have here. Yeah.
And then I guess for the logistics side of it, I think we also do well, because a tented wedding there's lots that goes into that. You just said power. There's washrooms where, how are you entering the property? So I feel like, again, going back to like the expectations, we have to guide all of our customers through that.
Amazing. Yeah. So good. So I don't know if this helps you guys think of, what is your most memorable event setup? Oh. Is there like some, maybe it was like a catastrophe because it was so memorable. You're like, oh God. But there, in the last little bit, has there been like an event that stands out, and no pressure to use my events?
Mine just happened, Kaitlyn. Do you want me to tell you about it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. FYI doctors, they just had a conference over at the ECC. And that was pretty memorable. So that just happened. That was like, 3 weeks ago?
What made it so memorable?
What?
What made it so memorable?
The decor. The decor, the design, the layout.
Yes.
We took Hall D and we completely transformed it. And I was pretty proud of our team and our product, and it all just went quite flawlessly.
Oh, so good.
We actually used the opera drape that you used for that one event you did.
Good. It's gorgeous.
So good.
Yeah.
And everything just kind of came together. The theme was red. So everything was red, from the carpet to the lighting, to the drapes. We also brought in a lot of special order, draping for that one.
Yes.
But that was a great event. Everything was top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives me chills everyone. And you always have this like proud moment. The ECC brought up all of their staff. So they were coming through, they were showing, everyone and the clients, they were going up to the big wigs and they were bringing them up before, like just having sneak peeks. So those are always really great moments when we execute an event like that, just based on decor.
Oh, I love that too. Those special moments where you have a client who kind of gets it.
Yes.
And they're willing to take a risk and trust the team and the process that goes and if they have a budget behind it, that's nice too. And because it feels so special when it all comes together.
Yes.
I love that too. You always know something's epic when the convention center brings all their staff
and they keep coming. They just keep coming and coming. And all the other vendors in the room just did so well. Like it was,
good. Oh, amazing. I'm glad that went well for you guys.
Yeah, it was super good.
Fantastic.
What's another?
I can't think of one.
You can't think of
They're
any.
There wasn't a single memorable moment.
Well, I was actually trying to think of a disaster.
They're all epic. There was a disaster.
Maybe not so much a disaster, but something that there was challenges, and then we were able to fix it, and that it was able, that it was solvable, like weather I remember actually this is when I first started at Special Event Rentals. Might have been the second year. We were doing the International Children's Fest in St. Albert.
Yeah.
And they went to go set up on the Saturday afternoon. I was working here. And it started to snow at the end of May.
Oh,
middle
man.
of May. And it was the worst, the coldest, the grossest weather.
Yeah.
That could possibly be setting up tents in. And they did it. They got it set up. I remember I was living in Fort Saskatchewan at the time. I got home, I got in a bath, and my phone rang, and someone's heater at remember the Relay for Life, the cancer fundraiser? Anyway, someone's heater wasn't working at Footfield, so I had to get in my vehicle, drive in to fix their heater. And I think it was just like it wasn't plugged in or something like that. And I just remember and it was still snowing. But anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. There's a tent one I have in mind. This was a while ago. It was about 5 hours out of town, and we were setting up a big pole tent.
Yes.
And we were doing it up to the 9. So just picture pole tent, picture white liner, picture, side draping. And we get there, and I guess it had rained, and they were at this bottom of the hill. So it was a mud pit.
Oh no.
And they didn't tell us until we got there. So it's 5 hours away. I forget where it is. Anyways, we don't need to go into that because I will never remember. But we got there, and it was so bad, Kaitlyn.
I think there was tears involved.
I called you crying because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to tell the client, I can't set up a tent. And their wedding's this weekend. So I do believe there was tears. And I remember Elise was with me at the time. And I remember calling and be like, what do I tell them?
Yes.
I have no idea. They're getting married on Saturday. It's Wednesday. There's no way we can put it up. Anyways, we put our heads all together. They went to a golf course, and they got this little thin turf.
Oh.
They put that down all on the dirt. They built a trench around the tent, and we set it up. We had tarps. It was a little messy, but it all came together.
Okay.
It all came together, and our team was great. It also helps when you're on a bigger property that they have equipment.
Yes.
That always comes in handy because they were blending their services and all of this stuff. And I remember the dad being like, we can't tell the bride. I was like, what? Are you sure? I don't know if we can actually execute this for you. We should have a backup plan. I just remember him saying there is no backup plan. I was like, okay, so I guess
it's happening.
It's happening. Yeah, it is happening. So he brought in a forklift, and anyways, it all ended up being great. The grass underneath it was really green, and it all worked out. And I don't think there was any spots on the ceiling with the ceiling liner. So it all kind of
amazing
came together.
Oh man. But those are stressful moments though, where you're like, oh, there is no plan B.
There's
only
no
plan A can work. And how can we all brainstorm this together? Yeah.
And you have a team that's like waiting on you. You have a family that's like, do I let them down now or do I wait till Saturday and let them down at that point?
Oh,
but we pulled it off. But it took like an army. Like it took our team, his family to get this tent up.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And it rained the whole time. Like it wasn't,
it's why I don't do outdoor events anymore. I'm so traumatized by rain over the years.
Wild.
I need
coming and coming. I was like, give us at least just an hour without rain.
But that's very stressful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've often seen your team set up tents in like the worst conditions in and around, especially like downtown and things like that. Yeah.
Yep. Well, we got to get them up. I mean, within reason. But they have to, when someone's waiting on a tent, it's usually they've paid for it and they want it for the rain. So we got to get it up.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That might slide into is there like a time of year that is the most challenging at SER? Like, is there a month or a season today? Right now.
It would be the start of our season.
Yeah.
May, June.
Yeah. That is probably the most challenging for me.
Sure.
It's because we're seasonal. So a lot of, are we getting staff back from last summer? Are we having to train? Are we going to throw them into the wolves?
Right.
That's always, and we always sit down and we always plan for it. But I feel like those plans always, not that they get missed, but the time that you run out of time and before you know it, you're just in it.
And June's one of our busiest months.
Yeah.
So it's, so it's just, it's not a slow ramp up. You're just, it's like,
and this year it was pretty, it was a
boom.
It was, but it was even May, like it was boom in May.
Yeah.
Well, I find June is so interesting now because you've got grads that have pushed all into June, but corporate has put, like I never used to do events in June and now we only do events in June. Plus you have the start of like festival season with Pride and all the things and weddings. I mean, it has become the month. It seems like
the month.
Yeah.
It's the month. I feel like that would probably be for me, the most challenging.
Sure.
And then I also feel like that another challenging part is like when our busy season kind of slows down.
Yeah.
It's like, what do we do now? There's lots of things to do. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's a little bit of an end.
It's hard to go from here though to here. Like that's tough. That's an industry. It is just hard in this industry to be up here for so long and then crash in January when there's nothing going on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. We've talked a little bit about what makes SER so special. I do think it's special. I do think the people for me make it special.
Yeah. It's like a little home here for a lot of people. Yes. A lot of people, our core team, I think have all been here with us for a long time.
And that's really
and they care.
Important. Yeah.
They really care.
Yeah.
And without them, we could not execute what we do.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. I really noticed that that longevity is crucial because you're right. It means people care a little bit more and they get to know like us as well. Like
they get to know you.
Like I love that I know most of the drivers and they know me. So nice? Yeah. Especially when I make them drive to random weird parking lot locations and they're like, where do I go? And I'm like, don't worry.
Just turn left. You'll see me waving.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Just trust me. We're good. Or I make them randomly just block traffic for no good reason because there's no other way into the building. Yeah. Like that's nice to have that relationship. It just makes it easier to work with them. Yeah.
I feel like they connect with everyone, our core team, and they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they're
good.
Great. They
well, you guys
teams.
have done an incredible job over the years. Like,
thank you.
Of creating exactly, you said that core team that's a touch point for so many people in the industry and then that trickle down effect to everyone in SER. You can really see that, which is incredible.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's what we want.
I can feel it.
Good. I think a lot of our customers can actually.
Yeah.
Like even from Daniel at side door to like Ronaldo who goes on site to Lars to Carolyn, like there's you're connected a little bit if you're our customer in some way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I always
more
try
than
to
just
feed
an order.
Your team whenever I see them, especially if I make them set up for 2 days because
they like you, Kaitlyn. They like you. That's
you gotta feed people.
CM events, I'll go.
Yeah, you gotta feed people. Oh, so good. Well, let's talk trends.
Sure.
Are we ready to talk trends?
Yeah.
What are some industry predictions for 2026? What are some hot things you guys are like keeping an eye on that maybe, are you allowed to tell us what you might be bringing in? Is that a thing?
Ooh.
Or how do you stay on top
I
of
would
trends?
love to tell you all the things I want to bring in,
Well,
Kaitlyn.
sure.
I think one of the biggest trends in weddings, I guess, or even events is draping.
Yes.
Right now. And I think that's going to continue into 2026.
Oh my gosh.
I
So
think it's
hot.
just getting started for us in Edmonton.
Yes.
But I think this like organic draping, not so
I agree.
formal, is just coming.
I never used to do draping.
Velvet,
Yes.
velour, heavy. All of that is, I think, very trendy right now in Edmonton.
I love it. If you could make sure you're bringing it in 50-foot quantities,
I want to bring in purple.
Great. Do it.
You better use it.
So we never used to drape anything, or it'd be like the AV guys drapes the back of your stage. But now it's like, oh, we have to drape the bars, or we drape lounges, or we're draping entranceways. And it's like,
and we're going higher too.
Yes.
It's not just like,
Yes.
we're talking 16 is like the new 12.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Yes.
Just like the 132s are the new 120s.
Yeah.
So I think draping,
Okay, good.
the bigger, the better, the more.
That's really validating for me, because I thought draping was going to be big too.
It is here, girl. It's its era right now.
Fantastic. What do you
I
think,
think
Lars?
that's because part of that's because they're taking the linens off the table. So like a lot more wood, like, I mean, I know we've been harvest tables, farm tables.
Yeah.
But, with chairs and stuff, like you talked about chair wraps and different things. So yeah, I think the fabric's moving to the walls.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it.
But I also think linen is still like this organic linen, actual linen, and just beautiful like draping. Like even on, I'm seeing draping on tables. It's not just like you're fitting, like you're kind of bunching it up as like this cascading linen going off your table. So I just feel like it's just in right now.
It is.
It is in right now.
Okay, draping.
Yep. Draping.
Dinnerware. Dinnerware, glassware.
Yes.
I never thought I'd see the day where people would pay the price they pay for a glass or dinnerware. But it's like, but they're also one of the things that break. And so if you bring in an expensive line, you know, are you guaranteed, how many rentals are you guaranteed to get out of it?
Yes.
Before someone drops a crate.
Totally.
And so.
I see the trend of getting away from the colored glasses a little bit and going into like crystal. So like detailed, just clear glass.
Well, and I think with the trend of curated cocktails and mocktails,
mocktails is big.
The demand for a gorgeous glass to match the drink is, that's how we elevated cheap drink on the corporate side. Maybe I shouldn't be telling all the secrets, but like a beautiful glass goes a really long way.
It does. Yeah. It really does. It really, really does. So I think that's the trend I'm seeing. A lot more, casual events too, a lot more cocktails, a lot more networking instead of just sit down at a 10-foot round or a 6-foot round with 10 people.
I was feeling that too. Like as the demand and surgence of AI takes off, there will be more of a demand for face-to-face in a big, big way, I think, over the next few years. And the cocktails networking style reception is going to take off. Yeah.
And then custom. I think a lot of people want custom everything.
Sure.
Yeah. Not that we produce all that, but the trend is I don't want it anywhere else. I want it just for me. I want it built for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we often focus on the big events and the big corporate clients or the big weddings. But I think like another trend we're seeing is people renting, they always have, but renting for just like a party at home. Yes. A dinner party or a backyard party. And it just, renting for an event like that can just alleviate some of the stress of, do I have enough plates? Do I need to clean the plates after? Yeah. Absolutely. Do I need to...
And I love that surgence of like socializing at your home too, like the smaller get-togethers. That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's lots of that. We see that. I think it just it doesn't slip through the cracks, but it's not as noticed. But when you look at the numbers and when you look, what we call side door, where customers come and pick up, it's like, no, there's a lot of dads and uncles and grandpas picking up for a family party and just to alleviate some of that stress at home.
Yep.
And do you guys try to attend lots of like cool trend events or trade shows, or will you be attending any of the rental conferences this year?
Yeah,
what do you guys usually go to?
We attend the rental show, which is held in the States with the American Rental Association.
Okay.
And Canada is Zone 10, so we're part of that. we're involved a bit with the Canadian Rental Association as well, which is a separate organization. So we attend, like I said, the rental show. Kaitlyn's going to be attending the Young Professionals event for the ARA this coming fall. So we're involved in that association. Karen from Calgary right now is I believe sitting on a committee or two with them in helping that association, because it's good to give back to the industry, sort of like we did with ILEA, in different events, different organizations. So so we're involved, and we'll travel and see, and there's always something to look at.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. Like, you get to look at product, but you also get to connect with other rental companies. See how they're doing things, how they're pressing their linen, or how they're whatever. So I feel like that is all very beneficial from these conferences, is to just connect with people that understand our issues or our successes or any of that.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah. I'd love to attend with you guys, selfishly, so I could be like, could we order all of this?
Well,
I will say yes to all.
I will tell you this about the rental show. There is some pretty stuff, but most of it's
equipment.
Okay.
Tables, chairs, stages.
Yeah.
Because the rental organization isn't just, it's divided into 3 segments. So we have event rental, then there's what they call tool rental, or equipment rental.
Right.
So event rental is a smaller portion of the ARA. It's still a very large one, and they do provide a lot of focus on it. But even in the rental trade portion of the trade show, it's lots of stages, lots of things that you maybe wouldn't notice as much.
Yeah.
But that build the foundation of your events.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Like
really cool tents.
Yeah, different tents.
Really kind of, there's a lot of beautiful things. So there is, but lots of it is equipment.
Yeah. There'd be something for you to look at.
Lots, Kaitlyn.
Very cool. Well, this really slides into, really just have 2 more questions, because I'm sure we've been talking now for way too long, but I thought we could touch just briefly on pricing and what you might want people or clients to know about how items and services are priced at SER, and was thinking more of that insider scoop, or that reminder on how many touch points any given product might have, that trickle down effect that might lead to something costing what it does. And is there anything you want your listeners to know about pricing?
Well, every item's a bit different, as you can imagine. So when we look at purchasing an item, we think of a few different things: how we're going to store it, how we're going to transport it, how it's going to be processed here at the shop. So, like you said, so when it comes back from a rental, how do we accept it back? How do we count it? How do we clean it? How do we package it so that it can go back on the shelf and be ready to rent again? Because we want everything in our warehouse to be rental ready, it's called. Yeah. So that if someone calls and wants 7 generators today, they've already been tested. They're already ready to go.
Right.
The coffee urns are already cleaned. They're already back on the shelf, so that you need it, it's available.
Right.
But in terms of the pricing, we look at what it's going to cost us to purchase, obviously a purchase price. And purchasing has changed quite a bit since COVID because of supply chain issues. So we used to we're able to bring in items just sort of, if you need it, we could bring it in. Like from a linen, most of our linen comes from the States. Yeah. And so we're now with the extra duty and taxes and
yes, I was going to ask about that.
Increased shipping costs. It's harder to do.
We're more strategic.
It's not as strategic. So now it's we used to I don't know, these things. We bring in some samples. You want this, so then you want it for your event. I can get them, from our supplier. Yeah. And we're good to go. Where now it's the supplier might not have them because they're having trouble getting them from overseas or whatnot. So we have changed a little bit in that where if we see something we like, we just purchase it. And fingers crossed, someone else likes it,
right?
Or whatever. Yeah. We really talk to the sales team, and Kaitlyn leads that. Carolyn, especially on the decor side, what do we need?
Yeah.
So yeah. But really, it's So what it's going to cost us? Is it going to break? How many rentals can we really see getting out of this? And then what's the handling like? Like, you think about chimneys for, there's none of these around, but the chimneys for candles, for candles, it's like, well, they're not that fun to clean. And they do break. So, you know, so they do have to be priced a little bit higher because, well, just because of the labor. And labor with rentals is a big thing because I think that's one thing about rentals is that people don't realize is the number of times that something gets touched before it gets to you.
Of course.
And then when it gets back, we have to clean it, get it ready, and do it all over again.
I think it's such a good reminder just for even people in the industry. It's not just about the product. Right. It's like it has probably been touched by a dozen people here before it even gets to your event. It's so interesting that you said a lot of your product comes from the US, and just with everything going on, I know I have seen massive delays at the border for like banners, just really basic things that we've been bringing in for events that are now being charged tariffs or just being stalled at customs. Will that change your buying habits this year, or have you noticed
Well, yeah, we try to bulk buy. We try to wait until we need to purchase it. But you're absolutely right. Like those costs are through the roof.
Yes.
And that's mostly linen. We have some Canadian suppliers that we try to use.
Of course.
But really realistically, everything is coming from overseas.
Of course.
Whether or not it's being processed in the States and then coming to us.
Fair enough.
So, we're just trying to cut down on those costs so we don't have to increase our rates as much or whatnot. But I mean, if you want something like purple drape, Kaitlyn,
I'm going to bring it in.
It's a great idea.
Thank you. It's velour.
I'm just being a brat, but it's, that you're not sure is going to be rented out as often. It's not like it's black or it's white or it's ivory.
Yeah.
Then it's sort of like, okay, well, that might need to be priced a little bit higher in order for us to justify bringing it in, having it sit on our shelf.
For sure.
Waiting for the next Purple Gala.
Yeah.
So lots of Mardi Gras.
There's a lot of purple galas.
Let's push the Mardi Gras theme.
I use purple more than I ever thought I would use purple.
And wait till you see the drape, okay? I feel like I would love our customers to know that we have a variety of product.
Yes.
I think that, yes, on one hand, we can be the most expensive in this city, but I want everyone, our listeners or our customers, clients, we do have the ability to work within budgets. We do have the ability, we have all these different lines that we can cater to everyone. So I just, working with our team, is going to be in your best benefit. They can guide you. They can get you back on budget with it still being quite beautiful. I feel like that's something I do definitely want our customers and clients to know. And then I also, as they probably know, just the behind the scenes of event equipment, kind of touching on what Lars says. Yes. It's not just what is it now to set up a Shivari chair? $295? $250, something around there. That seems low. But then when you have 1,000 of them, that price creeps up really quickly.
Yeah, and that's always my budget problem is, it's like, cheap.
How do we work? But then how many people are going? Where are we going? How long are we traveling with these from the loading dock to the Hall D? How are we unpackaging them at the end of the night at 2 a.m.? How are we, we have still to transport them back. So there's so many logistics our clients and customers don't know when it comes to rentals.
Oh, yes. That trickle down effect
just
is
like an event planner.
Deal.
There we're just like magic, like we just magicians or miracle workers. But I feel like our pricing is very strategic for the quantities we have and the services we offer.
Yes.
So I think they're very on par. And I think that when you do get our services, you get the expertise as well. So you have that trust. Yeah. So I feel like all in all, we can work with all budgets. We are friendly to everyone and something can always work out.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants a tour, we will gladly take one tour of the warehouse.
Yes.
I love that.
See it.
You've taken me on multiple tours over the years, which I love.
There's just so much.
I do a lot more tours. I don't do tours as often. Maybe I'll have to start.
It is really cool to see the back, actually.
Yeah. It's so cool.
Because that gives you a sense of the volume.
The touch points that you said.
And the touch points. Especially when you go up to laundry and different things like that.
The team and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I always encourage, and just a reminder to our listeners today, communicate what your budget is to your point, and trust the team. So often, like, I'll come in, like, I'm meeting with Carolyn this afternoon, and I'm going to be like, I have this much money, but we need it to look like this. But then I find your team is so good at being like, oh, did you know we have these products? Or what if you mixed these linens together so you could save money on this? Or what if, and it's that problem solving together that helps to get the budget to where we need it to be, which I always really appreciate, because I don't know what all your product is. It's immense.
And you don't know. I just feel like
quantities.
And just like, so I just communicate with us. If, something's not working or the initial quote's not working, or just communicate with us. There's lots of ways that I think the customer and us can work together, whether they take on some of the labor, provide volunteers. But I feel like in some cases we miss that communication of, like, we give them the sticker shock and their hopes and dreams, and they kind of they get scared a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
So come on back. We can work with anything, and we have a lot of different options. Priced appropriately for each kind of event or budget point.
Such a good reminder. I love that. Yeah. So good. Well, I really just have one final question.
Make it good. Just kidding.
Let's talk about what the next 40 years looks like.
Oh, yay, Lars!
Are there some big plans?
You share your goals, and then I'll share mine.
I don't know. I think, like, Neil Goodkey, the owner of Special Event Rentals, I feel like his philosophy has always been to do, like Kaitlyn said, to do rentals well. I don't believe. I never say never, but there's no plans to expand and to take over the world.
Okay.
We are going to take over the world.
But I think it's just continuing to do what we do and do it well, and provide a service to our customers. And evolve, because I feel like companies who evolve are the ones that survive.
100%.
So
that's going to age me out real quick, as I don't evolve to AI, and then eventually I have to just stop working.
And there's just like, there's all this, never mind AI, but all sorts of things. And it's just, so I think there'll be, Neil's, like he's been doing this for 40 years. He still enjoys it. He's still here every day that he's in Edmonton.
Amazing.
He is at the shop. So I think it's just going to be continuing on. And like I said, evolving with our clients, evolving with events, keeping up on the trends, and just trying not to say no to customers, and just saying yes, and building and growing.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
Lars actually said this, and I'm surprised you didn't repeat it, but this year and for the next 40 years, we're just going to work on being better than bigger.
Oh.
So improving our operations, improving our sales, improving all of that.
Yes, I love that.
Because I feel like Neil, the owner, does well in that. And that's why SER has done so well, is because he takes care of that. So I feel like that's what we're going to focus on. And I want to expand our furniture, Lars.
Please do. Please do.
Thank you. There's a demand. There's a demand. We need to expand it. We need to have a new building. But I think one thing I want to go back to COVID about, I think it really showed our resilience. I think throughout COVID, between the two of us and Neil and a couple other people, like, we survived.
Yes.
And we came out of it better. And without Neil leading us, I don't feel like we would have done that, or we would have had the opportunity to be here while everyone was at home. So I think it made us better. It made us more resilient. And is that the right word, Lars?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sometimes I use words that are not appropriate.
I would have corrected you.
You're doing good.
I was like, anyways. So yeah, big shout out to Neil. I think he should be super proud. I wish he was here with us. He's a little scared of the camera. But kudos to him for having a company for 40 years and just keeps expanding in different locations, and kudos to his team in all locations. I think
there's such a wealth of knowledge and trust and just like business sense that comes with long-standing companies that gets you through those tough times. And so Neil would have been such a big part of that, just like wavering through all of those challenges. Yeah.
And I think him being here every day also just keeps us grounded, or like, making sure that we're excelling within like our rental community and then within Edmonton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Just like improvement strategy always, because it is, I find so much in this industry, it is about the people.
Yes.
And people want to work with good people. They want to work with good companies, and they'll keep coming back to that model.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is hard to, it's hard though, because there's lots of shiny things.
Yes.
Kaitlyn, there's lots of shiny things that are like, whoa, let's bring that in. Lars. Anyways. So yes, but that's what we want to work on in the next couple of years is just being better.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. Well, congratulations on 40 years.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for inviting me to put you two on the hot seat.
Thank you for coming. This was fun. This was great.
It was really fun.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
You're going to start your own podcast.
Right. No.
Oh, I was like, wow, what would be the name? CM Podcast.
Is there anything else I missed that you want people to know or that you want to end with today?
I think that's just a thank you, like for our customers, like you. But like you say, it's about relationships and building those. And I mean, there's going to be problems, but it's how you react to it. Yeah. Or react to them is sort of what people will remember. Yeah. And I mean, with the weather, you talk about the weather, you talk about raining for 3 days while you're trying to set up a tent in a valley full of mud. You talk about, showing up on site and maybe something isn't up to par, or the layout is off, or whatever. But it's about just working together, and coming through it. So
because it takes a village, and you guys are a part of the village. We can't do it without you.
No. Well, thank you. I think we are celebrating 40 years, which is really exciting. So stay tuned for that party. Yes. It's so special to work here, and for a company that is reliable, and people look up to in our community. So I think it's a good year. It's a good year.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for chatting with me today. And we will end this fun podcast.